Hello good people, I want to show you my Book and Lectern combination lock for Minecraft Bedrock. It's fast and very easy to use, but it does not work on Java. In this demonstration I'm using a door by Complex UM. The vault has been built by my son and his friend. The actual lock is based on Crafty Masterman's simple combination lock and some ancient technology. I will unlock the door now. That is actually very simple. You just go up and down through pages of the book following the digits in the combination. So let's start at 9, go to 10, down to 4, up to 7, down to 4, up to 6, and finally 5. You see the light will turn on, indicating the door is unlocked. If you wait a few moments, the light will turn off and the door is locked again. So I can now unlock it, but a little bit faster. You see that still works and I can open the door. Now to finish off this demonstration, there's a button inside the vault for closing the door for privacy, or you can open it if somebody had locked you in. I'll show you how to build this. This lock works like a rotary combination lock, where this book is the dial. By going up and down through the pages, you enter the combination. No button needed and no waiting. Every time you change direction, a digit is entered and the lock only opens when you go through the pages in the correct sequence. The machine was built from well-known and lesser-known elements. I use many of these elements with one-tick pulses, and comparators on Java cannot handle these short pulses reliably. So unfortunately, this build only works on Bedrock. If you want to build this, here's an infographic of the build. Note that some dust and torches are hiding under these blocks. Let me show you how this works. This first system is to determine whether you just change direction, and if so, at which page. It will output a one-tick pulse with the signal strength from that page, just like a button panel would do, only with short pulses. Okay, so the signal from the lectern comes into this green block. Make sure that you use a comparator to read the lectern, because without a comparator the lectern also emits a redstone signal, but that signal is different and does not work. From the green block, the signal first enters these three comparators. This is a compact signal strength rising edge detector on the left, the comparator in subtract mode, and a falling edge detector on the right. If you go up a page, the left comparator will turn on for one tick, and if you go down, the right comparator will turn off for one tick. Simply inverting takes care of that. These up and down signals must go into the SR latch hidden below these blocks, so that the latch remembers your last move. Now, because one-tick pulses are too short for the latch to switch, so in these connections both pulses are extended to 2 ticks and delayed so that the up and down pulses reach the latch with the same delay. Now this latch switches every time you switch directions going through the book, and the absolute best part here is that when the latch switches, there's one tick where both torches are off, and this off pulse via these blocks and repeater is fed into the side of this last comparator in compare mode, where it intersects with the delayed signal strength line, resulting in a one-tick pulse with the wanted signal strength. This is the lock. It's based on Crafty's design, but built completely different to handle the one-tick pulses from the lectern. The signal strength stored in each of the books must be one lower than the digit in the combination. If you want a digit 10 in the combination, use page 9 of the book in the module. The combinations you can use are a little restricted, as they must go up and down. If you have trouble, start with my combination and then make small changes. With one-tick pulses, the system is now easy to grasp. If you start at the first digit, if a pulse of 10 comes in, the side input has 9, subtract result 1, then this torch turns off and this repeater stays off. At the same time, the output repeater is unlocked and locked again to capture this off signal, locking the repeater off. A pulse with any other strength would lock the repeater on. You can put a torch and lamp on these blocks so that you can see from a distance if the pulse was correct. If you go up page 9 to 10 and then back, you can see the pulse and this module will light up. Each module captures every pulse, and the only way that a module can capture off is when the current pulse is correct for this module, These are both off, and the previous pulse turned off the previous locked repeater, turning its light on. So down to 4, and back up, 7 and down, and up at 4. The final module outputs a pulse instead of a static signal. The part with the locking can go away completely, leaving the dust leading into the block with a torch. This last module wants the digit 6, so up to 6 and down, and the final lamp pulses. The final part is the door controller with the buttons and unlock timer. With the inside button you can freely open and close the door, and with the outside button you can close the door but only open it for a short time after entering the combination. The timer is the green circuit here. The 1-tick pulse from the lock is extended to about 5 seconds in this 2-stage fader circuit. The first fader extends the pulse to 6 redstone ticks, so you can have up to 6 comparators in the second fader. The timer signal goes to the lamp and feeds into the side of the comparator here. This lamp here just shows where you can connect your lamp. You can just put a solid block there. The door is controlled by this locked repeater. Normally this would be a clock, but by keeping the repeater locked and only unlock it for a single tick, it functions as a flip-flop. Both buttons are connected to this rising edge detector that creates the 1-tick pulse to unlock the repeater. So both buttons can open and close the door. But notice that the outside button is connected to this block with a repeater, while the inside button is just connected with wire. So if you press the outside button, this additional dust is powered, and unless that signal is cancelled by the timer, always locks the repeater on, closing the door or keeping it closed. So that is the epicest rotary combination lock in the world for Bedrock. Leave a comment if you liked it. My name is Sander. Have a great day.